Hello and welcome to Mexico City. I'm Will Grant, the BBC's Mexico correspondent, and the FIFA World Cup 2026 is finally upon us. It's been a bit of an odyssey to get to this point. There have been protests, there's been violence, there's been the rebuild of the airport and of the stadium. I've been on a tour around the country to all three host cities here in Mexico to look at some of the challenges, some of the obstacles about co-hosting a World Cup in a place like Mexico. Come on the journey with me around the country and let's check out World Cup 2026 here in Mexico.
Hosting the world's biggest sporting event isn't just about football. It's also about protecting the millions of fans arriving from around the globe, and Mexico is turning to some unusual technology to help.
It might seem a bit dystopian to have robo-dogs with AI and facial recognition patrolling the matches, but the authorities here in Monterrey say these computerized canines are going to keep football fans safe. They're equipped with the latest in AI technology, facial recognition technology, to pick out fans who are banned from stadiums on FIFA's database and known criminals. In terms of the facial recognition technology, I'm now looking directly down the barrel of the camera of one of these robo-dogs. It is looking at my face, it is recording it, and it is running it through a database to check whether or not I'm a known criminal in Mexico, and if so, alert the authorities. So let's see what they can do. They can offer a paw. They can stand and sit. Sit. They can jump, saltar.
The eyes and ears around the stadium won't be limited to just robo-dogs. Mexican military and National Guard troops are actively patrolling the stadium, supported by helicopters.
¡Avanzar! ¡Go!
Ciudadanos, extranjeros, todo tipo de persona que esté en el territorio de Nuevo León puede estar seguro. Tenemos estrategias, tenemos protocolos, tenemos capacitación. Sinceramente estamos preparados para cualquier escenario. Venimos trabajando años, es decir, no es un tema que estemos ahorita trabajando, ya llevamos años.
Monterrey is in northeastern Mexico. Considered the country's industrial heartland, it has largely avoided becoming an epicenter for organized crime like other parts of the country. Still, tourists can be susceptible to common criminality, which is what police here are concerned about.
Pudieran ocurrir más delitos del fuero común que vienen siendo delincuencia común, que el robo de un celular, que quizás le roban a una persona.
And following the outpouring of cartel violence in Mexico earlier this year, that sounds exactly like the main objective for the Mexican government in the coming weeks.
In a nation all too often associated with violence, the hope is such scenarios remain on the exercise yard, and that the only clashes in this World Cup are on the pitch. For Mexico, preparing for the World Cup has meant more than just securing the streets. It's also meant restoring the iconic landmarks central to Mexico's footballing identity. And there's no landmark bigger than the Azteca Stadium. After years undergoing a major renovation, the iconic Azteca Stadium in Mexico City is ready to welcome World Cup teams and fans from all over the world. I got a look inside before the first game of the tournament kicks off here.
And it is resplendent. They're calling it the Temple of Football, and certainly it is steeped in history. This is behind me where Maradona scored the hand of God, where he scored that incredible goal against England shortly thereafter in Mexico 1986. It is where the World Cup in 1970 was held, where the FIFA Women's World Cup was held in 1971. It is one of the finest stadiums in the Americas, one of the best stadiums in the world.
It's the pride of being part of a very small part of a very big team that will deliver one of the biggest spectacles in the history of the world.
Outside of the stadium, there is still a lot that could jeopardise the tournament. Protests outside the stadium is one of them. This group says they'll continue to demonstrate over the disappearance of more than 130,000 people in Mexico's drug war, even through the tournament.
Necesario, importante y pues en medida de que el foco está fuera del Estadio Azteca, pues tenemos que hacer el mayor video posible.
The Mexican government insists it will all go smoothly.
It's been a long journey for Mexico to get to this point. It's been a long journey for the fans, but now here, this is where all of that is put to one side and the football finally gets underway.
But upgrading the stadium has only been one part of Mexico's World Cup preparations. Beyond venues like the Estadio Azteca, the country has spent years modernising certain infrastructure ahead of the tournament. At the Benito Juárez International Airport, modernisation work began in May 2025 to handle the influx of visitors and update infrastructure that's half a century old.
Mexico City's airport has long been a problem.
Pues un aeropuerto debería ser la primera imagen de un país y creo que aquí pues, no, o sea, tardas mucho en recoger las maletas, tardas mucho en trasladarte al destino a donde vayas, ¿no? Muy frustrante.
Contamos con instalaciones realmente que tienen, como acaba de mencionarlo, algunos años.
Even as recently as this year, airport users have filmed with their mobile phones rainwater pouring into the concourse. The airport handled around 45 million passengers last year, and an extra 800,000 visitors are expected to come to the Mexican capital around the World Cup matches. Ahead of the increased demand, since May last year, a massive $420 million renovation is underway at the airport to tackle some of its most pressing problems.
Va mucho más allá de un trabajo estético. Estamos listos para el Mundial todos los días. Hemos tenido eventos que han demandado el desempeño del aeropuerto, como la Fórmula 1 en octubre, como las vacaciones de diciembre, y aún viviendo con todos los trabajos en el aeropuerto, creo que no nos ha ido tan mal.
It's been strange, the build-up to this World Cup. So many people have been doom and gloom and naysaying about it, and obviously there are so many obstacles. There's been all of these things, from protests to violence. But yet, sometimes when the football starts, everything else seems to get forgotten and everybody just rallies around that one idea and it ends up being a huge success. That's what Claudia Sheinbaum, the president, seems to be banking on, and we'll see if she gets what she wants. So I guess at the end of it, there's really just one thing left to say. Viva Mexico, cabrones.